was improvised. So I'm gonna get you like 90% of the way there with this solo. Solos, man, they're, do your own thing. Like, hit the signature stuff and then put your own thing on it. I'm pretty much doing what he's doing. It's all about phrasing. Soloing is all about phrasing. I mean, how many times you heard a guy play 5 notes and he just, blew you away, and he literally did nothing because he just phrased it right, and he had good tone and good vibrato, and that's what it's all about, man. So anyway, let's start with the chords. All right, you basically have 3 parts. You got the verse that he's strumming, and then you have the chorus, pre-chorus, chorus thing, and then you have the bridge. So the beginning, you probably want to get the strumming intro correct, the strumming pattern for the intro. And once the band kicks in, you can be a little more loose with it. So you're going to start on E major. Alright, so he's just going like 2 quarter notes and a triplet. Alright, so 1. And he kind of hits that 8th note that as he's sliding in, he kind of hits the open E and kind of slides that finger there. So alright, and the second one is just 1. So he just keeps doing that, and then he'll change into this A thing where he'll go. So I love this part, but I also hate this part because you're strumming all 6 strings, just really full airy chords, and then he gets to this part and all you have is the G, B, and E. Okay, so you're going to start out on an A, open, 2, 2, 2. Then you're going to play this B minor, but you're going to leave the root out because it sounds funky if you put the root in. It just doesn't sound right, it kind of clashes. So when you do this, you want to mute the low A string with your ring finger, and you want to mute the low E with your thumb. And this way you can strum all 6 and keep the same attack going without having to worry about hitting a bad note. So so right there it's 4, 4, 3, D, G, B, and then slide up 2 frets. You got 6, 6, 5, and keep the high E ringing the whole time. So all together. Back to E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp. You get this beautiful, I think it's a Gmaj7 chord, into the open B. Alright, so the G major thing, the Gmaj7. So you got 3, 3, 2. It's basically an E shape, but you're playing it on the E, A, and D string instead of right here. And then that open B, you got 2, 4, 4. Keep the B and E open. And then go back to E. Alright, so all together. And then we'll get into a cool bridge, and he'll go E to D to A to B to C sharp minor that's everything. And then the one last thing he does is after he does that, he'll go. And that's kind of the only change. Just play through the song, you'll see where the change is. Instead of going back up to that G sharp, he just goes to that G major 7 chord. And end it on the B. Alright. And that's that. So then, I'm not going to get into every lick he plays, but the opening part, right before he says crossroads in the beginning, it'll be and what he's going to do is he's going to pre-bend. He's going to bend up. So just hold it up there. It's like, that's about a whole step. Alright. So pre-bend it down. And as you let it come down, hit the 12 on the low E or high E. And then hit it again. And then you're going to pull off 14 to 12 on the B. And then you're going to hit 12 on the B again. And you're going to slide back. Or you can slide or pull off, whatever you want to do. I like to slide. You can pull off. Doesn't really matter. Pretty sure he's sliding in the intro. So after you hit that B, just slide back from 13 to 11 on the G. And then hammer on 9 to 11. And then hit 11 on the D. And then end on 9. I mean, straight out of the E major pentatonic. Alright, and I'm going to get you like 90% of the way home with the solo here. So at the 3-minute mark, about 3 beats into this G sharp chord, he starts going Alright, and what that is, this little run, he'll do like a 7, right there. 7, slide 9 to 11, and then hit the D on 9. Okay, and then we're going to go 11 on the D to 9 on the G. And then we're going to start this cool little pull-off run that he does. Alright, straight out of the major scale. Very cool. So we're going to go. So every time he pulls off, he picks it again when he lands before he goes to the next phrase. So you're going to go pull off 11 to 9 and then hit 11 again. Pick it. And then you're going to come up here from 13 to 11, do the same thing. And then 13 and 14. And then 14 and 16. And after you do that, you're going to go up. You just hold it up there and let it pre-bend. Alright? Alright. And then he starts. That part's crazy because he sustains the note for 6 seconds. I mean, I don't think there's any studio magic there. I think he just had a really loud amp and a humbucker, either a 335 or a Les Paul. But man, is that cool. He's not hitting a pedal and he's not swelling the volume. So I don't, who knows? One of those things. So anyway, so after that, you're going to go 12, 14, and then just. So just hammer on and pull off. I think he does it 3 or 4 times. Just listen to the record. Okay, and so after he pulls that down, pre-bend down. Alright, so you got getting ahead of myself. Alright, so in this part, he'll go, after he bends it down, he'll hit the high E on 12, he'll pull off 12, 14 on the B, and then he'll hammer on and pull off 12, 14 again, so he'll go. So you got 12, all phrasing. And then when he hits this, he's going to slide down from 13 to 11 to 9. So he's got. Okay. Alright, so you slide down, and then he'll pull off 11 to 9 and land on 11 on the D. Okay, and that's the end of that phrase. And then he'll pick it back up and he'll do this run, this descending run, and he'll start on 9 on the G and go. So you got 9 on the G, pull off 11 to 9 on the D. And you got 11 on the A, slide back from 9 to 7 on the A, hit 9 on the E, hit twice on the 7 on the A. So all together. And then he'll come up here and he'll go. This is what leads into the cool part. This part's important, so make sure you get this right, if anything. So he'll go 9-11 on the D, and he'll hit 9 on the G. Then he's going to pull off 9-11 on the G and hit 11 on the D. I'm sorry, he's going to hammer on. Alright, so you got hammer on, 11 on the D, and then he starts into this cool ascending thing. You got 10-9 on the B, and he's going to hit it again and go to 12 on the B. He's going to go 12-14, and he's going to hit 12 on the B one more time and bend 14 on the high E. Alright, so you got. You can just finish it however you want. You can go down the scale, add anything. It gets pretty loose, or you can be pretty loose with it. Depends on who you're playing with. You know, some people want it just like the record. Some people give you more liberty. You're just jamming to a backing track in your room. It don't matter. So just use your ears, have fun. There's a lot of little licks in there, some cool licks, and just practice it slow. Take it a few notes at a time, and that's it. Practice slow. Make sure you have fun.